Can you tell us about any of the professors there in mathematics? Was Schiffer there then?
I didn't have Schiffer. George Sago was there, and what a wonderful man he was.
Oh,
I
tell us
took
about that.
orthogonal polynomials
wow.
from him.
Amazing.
And
that was a whole course?
A whole course, yes.
Wow, I didn't know that.
And I think number theory also from him. And he was one of the sweetest people you can imagine, and went through everything very carefully, and I didn't appreciate it fully at the time. I knew he was a famous person, but I didn't tend to think I'm in the presence of greatness, which I was. But I thought it was really great. I loved my math courses, I really did. And you know, as I say, I never figured out at that time why I could get a job with that degree.
Was Polya there too?
He was there, but I didn't have a class from him. He was around, and he was an amazing man, as we all know. He gave a lecture once, this is later, when I was a computer science student, where he talked about conveying the excitement of mathematics. I think he was close to 90. And he was on the stage expostulating, waving his arms, saying, if you don't know the answer, guess, you should guess. And then he kind of leaped off the stage in this wild gesture, and everybody went, thinking, you know, he's going to topple over, but he didn't. And he was wonderful, and that was quite inspiring.
Any other professors you remember from your undergraduate years?
Well, actually, I took computer programming from Gene Golub.
Really?
When I was an undergraduate. They were just starting to offer that course at Stanford, and I really loved that. I thought it was so great that you could make computers do things that you wanted to do. And Gene was on the mathematical side of computer science, and the homeworks that he assigned were, you know, pretty much mathematical problems,
And
which I thought were great.
Using Fortran, I guess?
There was a language called Balgol, which was Burroughs' Algol. Burroughs' computer was at Stanford at the time, so I never learned Fortran. I only used Algol.
Well, you learned it later.
I learned it later, of course, but I didn't know it at the time, and I liked that a lot. And so when I was about to finish my bachelor's degree, I decided, okay, I have to get a master's degree because I want to get a job, and they were just starting the computer science department. So I decided to get a master's in computer science.
So was Knuth there then?
He had just come.
Did you take a class from
No,
him?
I did not.
What about Forsyth?
Forsyth was there. I took numerical analysis from him, and I also took numerical analysis from Cleve Mulder,
Oh, really?
who was just finishing his PhD in math, I think.
So tell us about these famous people, Gene, George, and Cleve, back when they were young.
Well, I mean, they were all good teachers. They were all enthusiastic, especially Cleve, I have to say, who was, you know, full of energy about matrix computation and numerical analysis and so on.
Was he still a graduate student at that point?
I think he might have been. I'm not absolutely.
He got his PhD with Forsyth.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
And Gene was a young assistant professor.
Gene was a young assistant professor who had come in, and Forsyth had been there for a long time, and he became the first chair of the computer science department.
And what was he like? I never met him.
He was more reserved, but absolutely full of integrity, and everyone respected him and thought his classes were great. I mean, I wish now that I'd been more observant at the time. You know, as I said, it's sort of like thinking, this is George Sago, he's a great man, I should pay more attention to him, but I didn't. They were all good teachers.
Well, at least you remember them.
Well, of course I remember them. They were all really good teachers, so that's what I remember.